Hello and welcome to the first part of Polish boomer jokes. So, the backstory behind this is that I once mentioned to my grandma that I found some of them funny, and ever since then she's been sending me these snippets from the newspaper she likes to read. It's called Info and Tips, or in the Polish pronunciation, Info I Tips. Największa gazeta po polsku w Niemczech. Which translates to the biggest newspaper in Polish in Germany. And yeah, I got a lot of these and I wanted to present some because some of them are really good and some of them are like, well, you will see for yourself. One thing to mention beforehand is that the English translation is not going to be a word-to-word one because if you ever done anything with languages, you know how weird and problematic it gets when you try to translate it literally. It just ends up like sounding really stupid. So if you're ever curious about how something literally translates, just let me know and I'll be happy to help. Another thing to mention is that a lot of these are not safe for work, so watching them in a work environment or with kids present is not recommended. So, without further ado, let's start. Darling, why don't you tell me when you have an orgasm? Because you're not at home when that happens. A mom is scolding her son who went to the strip club earlier. How could you? That's fucking disgusting. You certainly saw some things you shouldn't have seen there. Yeah, I saw that, he answered. Marriage counseling. Please bring your wife tomorrow and then we can discuss your problem in a calm manner, said the therapist to his client. Well, you gotta make up your mind. Either I bring my wife or we can discuss this in a calm manner. Hello, 911? My wife is laying unconscious on the kitchen floor. What am I supposed to do? Well, first of all, please, come down. Hello, are you still there? Yes. Well, now I'm calm. What now? Are you with your wife? No. I thought I was supposed to calm down, so I'm sitting in front of the TV with a beer. Wife to her husband. What would you do without me? And the husband just puts on a dreamy smile. A chat between good female friends. I'll explain that weird translation later. I heard your husband's in the hospital because he broke something? Yeah, our wedding vows. Do you know how to make an idiot feel insecure? No. How? I'll tell you later. Husband to his wife. Honey, I swear, that's not makeup, it's blood. I was run over by a car. Yeah, you got lucky. After listening to a bedtime story, a young daughter asks, Mommy, do all tales start with once upon a time? No, honey. Some of them start with, Darling, I gotta stay longer at work today. A wife wakes her husband in the middle of the night. I can sleep. Yeah, evil never sleeps, he answered. So yeah, that was the first part of Polish boomer jokes, and maybe you understand now why I labeled them to be boomer jokes. If you have like any feedback or suggestions, please kindly leave them in the comments. Otherwise, maybe I see you soon to the second part. So here's a follow-up explanation why I translated przyjaciółki with good female friends. In Polish language, we have two words for friends. One of them is kolega or koleżanka, the other one is przyjaciel or przyjaciółka. Kolega can be anyone from an acquaintance you saw like maybe once to someone you consider a friend but not that close. Przyjaciel, on the other hand, is like a really good and close friend. You may have noticed these words gendered. That is the case in plural as well. The plural of kolega is kolegi, of koleżanka, koleżanki, of przyjaciel, przyjaciele, of przyjaciółka, przyjaciółki. One other peculiar thing about the Polish language is that if you have a word like przyjaciółki, you can be sure that each and every member of the group is going to be a female person, because the female form is used for female groups only, and the male form is used when at least one of the group members is a male, up to everyone being a male person. The Polish language does not take other genders into consideration. So yeah, this is why I translated przyjaciółki as good female friends. The English word friends cannot contain all of that information that is contained in the Polish word. This is why it sounds a bit odd.